This video is about the power of yet, a word that lets you know anything is possible. Let us recap what we have done in the previous session. We have learned about the magic of mistakes. We can learn from mistakes if we try and try again. Say not yet if we don't understand something. Ask a friend or teacher. And encourage others to ask for help. Let us watch the video about the power of yet.
Chapter 3. Katie discovers the incredible power of yet. Our story begins with Katie, a friendly monster who loved being the smartest one in class. Until one day, when something unsettling happened. It was Katie's favourite time of the day, science class. She was always the best at science. But today, something was different. Everyone was having a great time working on a fun project. But Katie just didn't get it. She started to ask for help. But then she had a frightening thought. If she asked for help, everyone would see she really wasn't so smart after all. She decided to keep quiet and pretend everything was okay. A little while later, Katie was sitting at lunch, feeling glum, when Mojo stopped by. "Katie, you're a genius," said Mojo. What?" said Katie. "I was working on this project today," said Mojo, "and I got stuck. Normally, I would just give up and start throwing paper airplanes. But then I remembered what you said about how your brain is like a muscle. And I thought, hey, it's not like I can't do this. I just can't do it yet. So I turn to Bruce and I say, hey, Bruce, I don't get this yet. And he's all like, no problemo, Mojo. I'll help you figure it out. So we worked on it together. And now we have the sweetest volcano you've ever seen." "That's great, Mojo," said Katie. "But weren't you embarrassed to ask for help?" "No way! Why would I be embarrassed when I could be learning something new?" Well, Katie couldn't believe it. She'd been teaching Mojo all about the brain. But maybe it was time she learned a lesson from him. What do you think? Can Katie learn something from Mojo? Now that's an interesting question indeed.
The grade 4, 5, 6 and 7s will think in pairs, have a class discussion on the content of the video and play the Not Yet game. The grade 8 to 12s will reflect on the content of the video by having a peer discussion. Proceed with the Think Pair Share on what they did when they were stuck on a project. Maybe they ask for help from a teacher or friend. Pose the following questions to the learners. What does it mean to say, you cannot do this yet? Or, this doesn't work yet? Or, I don't know yet? Maybe it means it is possible for you to eventually learn how to do the thing that you are stuck with. If you want to learn how to do it, you must continuously try and challenge yourself. If you need help, you mustn't be afraid to ask. Let's play the Not Yet game. Ask learners, can you do multiplication and division? Can you assemble a computer? If the learners answer no, correct them and say, not no, but not yet. They will be able to do it with considerable effort and practice. Discuss the key messages of video 3. Introducing learners to the concept of not yet as opposed to cannot. Asking other people for help is part of learning. There is no stupid question, thus do not be afraid to ask. The grade 12 learners can have a further discussion on the following video about learning strategies.
I'm Jeff Dodds. I'm a math content creator here at Khan Academy. I had a fixed mindset for a really long time. I was convinced that I was a math person and I was smart and I was just good at math. And so I remember the first time I really struggled was I was taking a linear algebra course, and the homework was not required, it was optional. And the grade just came from quizzes every week and a midterm and a final. And I thought that if the lectures were making sense, then I must understand it. And so I was really frustrated with my initially low scores. And my brain started like switching into this really fixed mindset where I would blame the teacher because they must not be preparing us well for the quizzes. But then I started to suspect like, oh gosh, maybe I'm just not that smart and maybe I'm not good at math after all. And I was just wrong all along. But I took to like joining study groups for students in the class who were doing better than me. And I thought just by like being around them that I could somehow like soak up their smartness and like figure out the trick that they had discovered. And I was kind of surprised that their key to success was just getting together and doing the optional practice problems and talking them out. And people were vulnerable and asking questions and saying, I don't understand this. Can someone help me out with this? And it was the first time where it kind of clicked for me that, oh, optional practice, like I don't have to do it just because it's for a grade. I can do it to learn and grow. And I have to give up the idea that I'm smart and I understand this on my own and work with other people to ask them questions when I was getting stuck with something, or to help someone when they needed it, to help myself grow, and the grades would take care of themselves from there. I had to give up that sense of, oh, I'm smart and I can get this all on my own. And it really changed the way I approached my coursework, like not just in math, but in everything past that, where I kind of realized the importance of practice and asking questions and being vulnerable enough to say, I don't understand this and I need some help. Being able to admit that to myself and to other people that I do not understand this and you understand a lot better than me, so I would like your help, please. That was really big for me. And that's still important when I was a teacher or in my job today, where I think, maybe there's a better way to teach this concept and I can reach out to other people and look at what they do. It's okay to not be the master, because we're all students, we're all still growing, and everyone has room for improvement in some way. And that if everyone just kind of quietly works on their own, then that's not going to produce the best outcomes we can possibly get, because there's usually some area we need help with, and there's someone out there who's happy to help you. So why not go take advantage of that?
Conclude the session with the Power of Yet song.
This is the power of yet. Don't you settle for less. If you just give your best, then you will have success. This is the power of yet. Don't you settle for less. If you just give your best, then you will have success. YET, this is the power of yet. You may not get the problem, don't spend hours in stress. No, it's all about the process. Steady, make progress, remain optimistic. I don't get it, well, not yet. Life is a journey, not a destination. Every teacher, every leader need this in education. Tempted to say can't have the courage to add yet. A growth mindset, the staff and the class met. You see, there's a difference between not knowing and not knowing yet. That 3-letter word yet is very powerful if you think about it. I can't do this yet. Perseverance is paramount. This is the power of yet. Don't you settle for less. If you just give your best, then you will have success. This is the power of yet. Don't you settle for less. If you just give your best, then you will have success. I don't get it. I can't do this. It doesn't make sense. I'm starting to hate this. I believe in you, and you can make it.